Hi, you cool cats. Kadrian here, the Sax Habit Coach, bringing you the best tips, tools, and ideas to help you as a beginner saxophone player develop the practice habits and routines to master your saxophone faster. Now, my purpose is to serve you, to motivate and to inspire you. So if it's your first time here, consider subscribing and remember to turn on that notification bell so that you can be notified when I upload a new video on this channel. So in this video, I'm going to show you 6 steps or ways to learn to play any song by ear on your alto saxophone. So there's playing by ear and there is playing by ear. So what's the difference, Kadrian? You learned a song or a few songs in their respective keys, right? Or key. And you can play those songs if they are always pitched in that key, whether using a soundtrack or playing with a live band. Or you hear the songs, but you can only play that song in the 1 or 2 keys that you are familiar with. If this is the case, your playing by ear is limited. And I'm not downplaying your ability, no. I am here to inspire you to grow to the next level. Now, imagine a child only being able to use 10 or 20 words. Then that child's ability to communicate effectively will be limited, right? That's what happens when time is not spent developing your musical vocabulary. So number 2, you learned a song or a couple of songs, and it doesn't matter whether you are playing using a backing track or playing with a live band. You can play that song regardless of the key or tonal center that the pianist dishes out, right? Now, that's where you want to be. It's the worst feeling to show up at an event, right? Or where a live musical band is and you can't jam with the band because you don't know your F sharp major, or your C sharp major, or your A flat major, or your D minor, etc. So the first step to take in learning to play by ear properly is to learn your scales. Those are your main ingredients. They are responsible for everything that you will ever play on your sax. Now, if you don't know your scales, set a goal, right? To learn 1 major scale with its relative minor per month. Now, talking about scales, check out my free 7-day practice guide in the description below. Now, in my free guide, I outlined a detailed day-by-day approach of how to practice your scales so that they stick under your fingers, right? So, now that you know your scales, or at least 1 or 2 scales, the second step to take is choose a very simple song. Yeah, and learn that song note by note and phrase by phrase. So at first, start with a simple song like Mary Had a Little Lamb. Now, I hated this song for a while when I just started learning sax myself, but then I realized it was foolish of me. Now, you may laugh and think this is silly to learn this simple song, but how do you think children learn fast while adults take so long to comprehend? Because as adults, we don't like starting from scratch or from that which is simple. We want to complicate things. Now, starting to play 100 notes will frustrate you if you can't even play 3 notes correctly. So now that we have our song, for this demonstration, I'm going to choose 3 keys. I'm going to play in the key of F major, G major, and C major. Now, we could go chromatically as well, but for simplicity, let's use the 3 keys I have mentioned. All right, so step 3 is that we're going to work out the notes and the intervals. So we're in the key of F. I know the notes already, but I'm showing you the process that you would take, okay? So the song is in the key of F, that's Mary had a little lamb, okay? So Mary, so what you would do is feel out the song until you find the first note. So we are in the key of F, so let's start with the first note, which is, or F, okay? F, so let's try that. Nah, so it's not that, because it's Mary. All right, so we go up to G. Nah, that still sounds off. Okay, so we go to the third note in the key of F major, and we go Mary. All right, there we go. So our first note is A, and the second note is G. Okay, so Mary had. Okay, so that's A, G, F. Mary had a. Right, so it's A, G, F, G. All right, so what you do, once you have started and you've found those notes, you repeat the process. Once you get those notes, you just play a couple times. Okay, so you have that locked. So you're learning it note by note, phrase by phrase. So the next phrase we're going to go to is Little Lamb. Okay, so Mary had a, we had that. Then Little Lamb. Okay, so that's A. What you do now after you've learned that part, you put the two parts together. So Mary had a little lamb. The next part is Little Lamb. So that's G, G, G. Then Little Lamb. Okay, so that third part, A, B flat, up to C. Okay, so as you learn the phrases, you keep adding each phrase and you repeat the process over and over until it sticks. Okay, so all of it together so far. So we have the first part, and then we're going to learn the final part now. So the next part is whose fleece was white. So that's A, G, B flat back down to your A. Then the last part, as snow. Okay, so after you would have learned all of it together, you put it together and you play all of it together. Okay. And what I suggest that you do is practice it slowly so that you can do it without any error, without any mistakes. Because when you practice slowly and you do it without mistakes, then you will learn the song faster. So the fourth step that you want to take is to use the intervals of what you have already learned in the key of F major, and you transpose those intervals into other scales or other keys that you already know. So for example, in the key of F major, the intervals, first interval 1 is F, 2 is G, 3 is A, 4 is B flat, C is 5, D is 6, E is 7, and F is back to your 1 or 8. So if you notice in F major, we take the following intervals to play Mary Had a Little Lamb. Okay, so 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 3, 3, 2, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 3, 3, 3, 2, 4, 3, 2, 1. So if we were practicing in the key of G major, we would just take those same intervals and place them in G, okay, with G being 1, A being 2, B being 3, C being 4, D being 5, E being 6, F sharp being 7, back up to your G, which is 1 or the octave 8, okay? And you do the same thing in the C major scale, all right? Now, number 5 step is that you're going to put it all together and add some embellishments. So because we already know the song, you want to practice in all 3 keys and you put them together. And so I'm going to put on the metronome, all right? And we're going to take it at a nice tempo. So we're going to play at 54 beats per minute, and I'm going to play it in all 3 keys. And then I'm going to embellish it so that you can see how a very simple song, depending on how you play it, can sound very good. So here we go at 54 beats per minute. So now we're going to embellish the song. I'm not going to do a lot of things. I'm just going to do a little embellishment of the simple Mary had a little lamb. Okay? And once you learn the embellishment in one key, you transfer to the other keys that you would have practiced the song in, so that you can get those patterns underneath your fingers in whatever key you choose to play. All right? So here we go at 54 beats per minute. 1, 2, 3, and a go. So then, the sixth step that you take is to find another song and repeat the process and keep working at songs that are more technical than the first and than the last. And after a period of time, if you keep repeating the process in several different keys, then over a period of time, your earring will develop and you'll be able to play more songs by ear. And you don't always need to transpose the songs into the 2 or 3 keys. You'll be able to play in all keys, because that's what you want to be able to do. Be able to hear a song for the first time and be able to pick out the melody, right? On the spot. Yes, and then you are able to jam with a band and so on. Remember, as always, push, play until something happens. Peace.